Before I get into this video is sponsored by my friend Cake. He's starting his own reselling business, and I know a lot of you have asked me to resell you guys stuff, but I don't quite do that. So he's going to be reselling for almost all cheats, and has several different payment methods. Now recently, one of the biggest resellers started selling my configs for almost $40. He is very much blatantly scamming people, as well as me. This is why I never suggested anybody in the reselling business, but since I know Cake, I know he'll do well. And if you ever have any type of problem, just go to me as well. I can also help. But click the link in the description if you want to know more info. Welcome to the Fatality Review. This review is totally unbiased, and I'm going to point out some bad flaws in the cheat. I know some people think that I'm getting paid, and I just want to clear it up. I don't have any sort of promotional deal going on with them, or I've never had one in the past either. I think this started with my latest video on the cheat, where I had in the title, New Best Private Cheat. I've been doing these types of titles ever since I started YouTube, so I don't know why it's a problem now, but at the time I did think it was one of the best private cheats, so I decided to title it that. But yeah, I know Fatality has kind of a bad rep attached to it, to be honest, because it's got a really weird past. It had quite a massive problem with invite selling and also random bans, but I do know that they have fixed these issues with new staff members along with making invites expire after 3 days. This makes it a lot harder to sell invites or even just scam for them. The cheat currently has around 10,000 registered users, but a lot of them are actually banned. A lot of these users also seem very dedicated to the hack. I was first invited to Fatality when there was about 10 or so users. I never used it back then, and I went on an HVH break for about 3 months. When I came back, they had reset the forms, so I'm like UID 161, which sucks, but oh well. Fatality has been nice enough to keep giving me invites to give away. I've given away a total of 32 invites, which is actually really cool. Enough of the history, let's get on to the actual review of the cheat. In my opinion, the menu isn't great at all. There's no resizing the menu. The monitor I use is 1440p, so it makes it a little bit small and hard to read. There's no real customization with the menu either, but I will say the menu is quite unique, so if they can build off it a little bit more, it can potentially be really good. And I do know some people really like the menu, but it's not a very popular opinion. The visuals are quite customizable and very unique. This is why if you ever see clips with it, you can almost instantly recognize the cheat that you're using. To be honest, I'm not 100% on the visuals. I don't personally like it, but I know some people that really do enjoy it. And I feel like this is the theme with this cheat, where some people really like it, but the other side really don't like it. The skin changer is quite annoying to use, to be honest, and I don't really like to use it. It would be good if you can organize the menu based on current skins for that weapon, but it's just a one giant big mess kind of. But overall, the visuals are good, but not great. I'm gonna get the legit out of the way. There has been absolutely nothing in here, and it hasn't been anything since the start of the cheat. Kinda sad, but it's not meant for legit, it's just an HVH cheat. Fatality had this long break where it never updated the cheat for I don't know how many months, and it was quite bad and outdated. But once Philip came back and updated the cheat, I feel like it was actually really good. It just felt like I never missed with the hack. Now after some updates, it does feel like it got a little bit worse, but not to the point where it's bad. I feel like the cheat's still pretty good, just not where it was the first initial update. I know I'm not the only one, because if you look at the forums, there are some people complaining about it, but I can't quite put my finger on what is the exact reasoning of it. But one thing I do notice is I never actually have an FPS drop, and I don't think I ever have with Fatality. Fatality is very much optimized for whatever PC you are using. The anti-aims are a little bit confusing and probably way overcomplicated than they should be, but I guess some people really like customization like that. The rage is generally easy to config, but there are some things that can make it a bit tricky to config. I would also say this is a very much double tap cheat. It doesn't perform as well without double tap, but it also has a really good double tap. Fatality's double tap has kind of been ahead of everybody else for the past like 5 months. So I wouldn't say this is quite like a scout cheat, but I feel like this is a really good auto B-aim cheat. But overall, the rage is pretty good. In terms of miss, there isn't much. It has Lua support, but I don't find that there's really that many Luas that are really good in the forms. But then again, I hate Luas anyways, and I wouldn't use any. But besides that, there isn't much. Now for the support, I don't know if I want to talk too much about it because I don't know how it is now. I know with the new staff there probably is a totally different support system, so I don't quite know it yet. And I don't want to talk on it prematurely. So if you do want to leave a comment how your experience has been recently because of the changes, let me know. But overall, I think it's actually a pretty good rage cheat. Obviously there's no legit involved, but if you don't mind not playing legit, then it can be actually quite a good cheat. This is usually a cheat where I tell people if they want to try it, they can try it. But I know this wouldn't be a main cheat for me because there is no legit support. I feel like something that you would use as your main cheat should have definitely legit support for it. This review is actually a lot quicker than I thought it would be. There's just not much to say about the cheat, to be honest. But let me know your opinion down in the comments below, what cheat you want to see next, or if you have a different opinion, please share it. Bye.